Playoffs? We're going to break it down on today's show. But if you want to see it happen, if you want to see the Giants get back to the playoffs, hit that thumbs up icon. I'm going to tell you why the New York Giants just might be one of the teams to get there this year. Preseason doesn't matter, right? Wrong. I'm going to tell you why on today's video. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports, and I am your host, Marshall Green. As we know, the New York Giants were 3-0 in the preseason. And I'll just start off by saying this. Going undefeated in the preseason is not always a good thing. Look at the 2008 Detroit Lions. They went undefeated in the preseason. And then they went winless in the regular season and picked number 1 overall. The 2017 Cleveland Browns. They were undefeated in the preseason, and they went winless in the regular season. But that's not what I'm trying to get at today's show. The New York Giants didn't just go 3-0. They dominated every single team that they played. They had a point differential of 60 points. Teams that have a 60-plus point differential in the preseason is a strong indicator of how they are going to perform in the regular season. CBS Sports saying this: the Giants are the 8th team since 2009 to finish a preseason with a point differential of plus 60 or more. And of the 7 previous teams, 6 of them made the playoffs, including 2 teams that went on to win the Super Bowl. Do I have your attention now? I think so. So yeah, just because the New York Giants went 3-0 in the preseason, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. But the data, take that for data, says that if you have a 60-plus point differential in the preseason, you're most likely going to make the playoffs. And the math says the New York Giants have an 85.7% chance to make the playoffs. I was a C-plus student in high school. I was a C-plus student in college. I would take an 85.7 on any day of the week when it comes to my grades on a test. Who are the teams that dominated the preseason and went on to the playoffs and win the Super Bowl? Let's go back to 2009. The 2009 New Orleans Saints. The Saints started the regular season 13-0 on their way to winning the NFC South. Then they won the Super Bowl against the Indianapolis Colts. Drew Brees, Sean Payton, they had that team humming. They dominated in the preseason, having a plus 69, nice, point differential, and it resulted in a 13-3 season and a Super Bowl. We'd all take that. The 2011 Detroit Lions, they ended up going 10-6 in the regular season after they posted a plus 67 point differential. After going 11 years without a playoff berth, the Lions' drought finally ended. Lost to the Saints in the NFC wildcard round, but I think we would all take a playoff appearance and a loss in the wildcard round. And then what about the 2012 Seahawks that were quarterbacked by, what was that one guy's name? Russell Wilson? Yeah, your New York Giants quarterback. They were a plus 78 in the preseason, and it led them to an 11-5 regular season record. They earned an NFC wildcard berth, won a playoff game, and lost to the Falcons in the divisional round. That was Russell Wilson's rookie year. And then again, the 2013 Seahawks, who were quarterbacked by Russell Wilson, go 13-3. And they didn't lose early in the playoffs. They didn't lose at all. Never lost. They won the NFC West, and they won the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 48 over the Denver Broncos, a plus 73 point differential. And then in 2014, the Denver Broncos, after having a plus 62 point differential in the preseason, went on to win 12 of 16 games in the regular season, won the AFC West, and then lost in the divisional round to the Indianapolis Colts. But that Broncos team, they went 3-1 in the preseason, so they didn't even go undefeated like the New York Giants. But they still did make the playoffs, and they fit the criteria. And then the 2019 Baltimore Ravens, 14-2, after they had a plus 66-point differential. They won the AFC South, and they lost to the Titans in the divisional round. In the regular season, they didn't just finish with the best record in the NFL, but they also had the league MVP, Lamar Jackson. And then last year, the team that broke the streak, the Chicago Bears, they had a plus 68-point differential. And to be fair, I believe they played in the Hall of Fame game, so that could be a little bit skewed. 5-12 in the regular season, and then everything went wrong for them. They fired their offensive coordinator. They then fired their head coach. They were the only team over the past 16 years to outscore their opponents by at least 60 points in the preseason and not make the playoffs. It was a wild year. They lost 7 games by 1 score. They had an NFL high, 5 losses that came by 3 points or less. And they started the year 4-2. And then the wheels fell off. So 6 of the last 7 teams to do what the Giants just did all made the playoffs. With the football season here, NFL and college football, PrizePicks is back in our live, and they are back on the channel as a subscriber. We want to thank them, and they're coming back stronger than ever with an awesome promo deal. When you download the app, create an account, and use the promo code CLNS, or download the app at prizepicks.com/CLNS, when you play your first $5 lineup, you're going to get $50 in lineups instantly. Real money, sports action made easy. Super easy to play. All you do is create a lineup of 2 to 6 players. You simply pick more or you pick less. And for week 1, they've got an easy deal out there for you. They've got Dak Prescott at half a passing yard. He may only throw for 1, but I'm going to take the more on that, somewhat a free square. I'm also going to take Malik Neighbors to get in the end zone. They've got him at half a touchdown. They've listed that as a demon, as you could see that red emoji next to him. A demon meaning it's harder to choose the right stat projection, but if you do, the payout is higher. And I'm taking the lock of all locks, less on Daniel Jones passing yards in week 1. If all 3 of these picks, green check mark for me, I'm going to win 7 times my lineup slip. Be like me. Be a winner and play PrizePicks. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS, and make sure to use that promo code CLNS. That way, when you play your first $5 lineup, you get $50 in lineups instantly. Check out PrizePicks. We love having them. Support the show. Support the sponsor. Be a real one. So you're telling me there's a chance? I am. I am telling you that there's a chance. And it gets even better. CBS Sports saying this. If you go back 20 years, there would be only one more team added to this list. The 2006 Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals were 8-5 at one point and had to win just one of their final 3 games to make the playoffs. But they fell apart down the stretch, which included 2 heartbreaking losses over their final 2 games. Tell me the Giants started the season 8-5? I might name my first kid Russell Wilson. Of the 8 teams over the past 20 years to be 60-plus points in the preseason, 7 have finished with a record of 500 or better. 6 have made the playoffs, and only the Bears have finished under 500. So 7 of the 8 teams to do it have finished above 500. I'm not good at math, but I think the math says, and it's math, don't be mad at me, be mad at the numbers. Math says the Giants might be in store for a really good season. If you want to see that happen, if you want to see the New York Giants back in the playoffs, hit that thumbs up icon. I know, a little bit of a fun segment today, but seriously, guys, I do think it means something the way the Giants not only won football games, but kind of dominated their opponents. So the Jets are no good. Patriots are supposed to be this year's darling team. But overall, man, I'm pumped up about this team, and I know that you feel what I'm feeling. I'm feeling something different about this New York Giants ball club. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, @MarshallArena_. Give me a follow, and let's go Giants.